Hi, it's Faye Ray from Faye Ray Designs, and I'd like to share with you a project that I completed a few days ago, and it's a mini album that was inspired by the talented Tamika from Scrap the World, and it uses a technique from Laura, following the paper trail, stack the deck. So let me show you what I did with the mini. The papers that I use are from the Paper Studio line. It's called Persnickety. And so throughout the mini, those are the papers that I used. On the front cover, I cut these flowers using my Cricut cartridge Art Philosophy. And this image is also from that cartridge. And then I just added some bling in each of the stems there. I added some beaded trim, and there's some other feathery trim that I added as well. On the cover, I used my EK Success punch, and I just added a tag and just some beads. On the front cover, the first, when you look in here, this is a paper bag, a small paper bag that I covered with the pattern paper. I added a Martha Stewart butterfly. I made some tags and added the butterfly again there, added some string, and did some stamping. I did some inking and stamping on this shipping tag. And this is one of the Stampin' Up! Punches that I have. And I as well did some stamping on the pocket. And this is the EK Success label punch there. Again, I used the EK Success punch. On this page, I used the negative from a cut that I did as a photo mat. Added some bling, and I took a feather and sort of bent it or curved it around the circle, and I glimmer mist the circle, the feather. And each of the pages has a photo mat that uses the pattern paper, and then it's solid black on the back. This was a very easy technique that Tamika gave a tutorial on. On this page, I used one of Tamika's ideas, and I took the scallop envelope and made 2 of them. And each envelope has a little photo mat or a journaling tag inside. And then I added some stickered flowers and some bling. On this page, I made a tri-fold photo mat. What I did was I adhered some ribbon on the back, and I made this pin by adding this jewel in the center and a feather, and the ribbon is velcroed closed, and there's a little paper clip on the end, and this folds out to reveal place for photos and 2 more spots for photos. And here's the photo mat. On this page, this is some trim that I got from Joann's. And I bought the trim because I wanted to see how the trim was put together. And so I was glad that I was able to get that, or that I decided to get that, because it's pretty easy to duplicate that. This is one of Cricut cuts. So this is a nice photo mat, sort of like a paper lace sort of design, and I just added some flowers. On this page, I did a lot of layering. I took some butterflies that had been punched using one of my Stampin' Up! Punches. I layered some of that trim, beaded trim in the center, as well as some beaded trim here at the top. This is a stamp that I have, so I stamped it on some craft cardstock and cut it out. And this is one of the mini shipping tags that I'd stamped on. And also there is a border there that I cut out using my Cricut. And it's a ticket border. And I just added 2 flowers and some bling. And here's the photo mat. On this page, this is a project that I did on my Gypsy. And this is a replica of a Sizzix die. It's called an ornate envelope, but I just call it an ornate trifold. And so I mimicked that die, because the die is sort of expensive. And so there's 2 places for photos here, and then a place for journaling. And so there's just some string that holds that closed, and I'll also tie that. Over on this page, I just took a piece of acetate and I just stuck a piece of cardstock in here to show you that a photo can go inside. This is a part of the pattern paper. Here's the photo mat. On this page, I just made a band using one of my Martha Stewart punches. I made this little fold out. This is a stamp that I have. And so this just folds out. Here's a place for a picture. This is a stamp. And inside, 3 places for pictures. And then on the back here is a journaling stamp. On this page, I just layered some flowers and used it as a pocket. So here you could place a, this has a heart in the center, a photo, and do some journaling. And here's the photo mat. On this page, I did some more layering. I took another Stampin' Up! Punch, and I think this is the petal card punch, or the petal punch. And I made some pockets, and each pocket has a shipping tag that has been stamped and inked. Here's another one. And I used another one of, I'm gonna get that back in. I just made a little tiny tag and then did some inking. I did that on craft cardstock. And this little band I just made by gathering the paper together and gluing it. On this page, this is a Sizzix die. This is the pocket die. So I decorated it using some punch flowers and some bling here. And I made some tags to go inside. This tag is made from the scallop circle punch. And I did some stamping on it. I adhered a flower and some bling. There's stamping on the back. And this is a journaling card. And it has a tab. And here's the photo mat for that page. And on this page, this framed photo mat I cut with my Cricut, and I double framed it, and then also did some stamping in the center of the inside frame. And I made some cards. These are cards that I designed on my Cricut Imagine. And this one I did some stamping on, and this particular one is one of the images already on one of the Imagine cards. And on the last page, again, I did the EK Success punch. I used a tiny paper bag again as a pocket and adhered some pattern paper on it. I made a tag that I inked and stamped. And I made a flower.